What happened?
Well, hello, everybody. Do not, do not adjust your whatevers. Yes, it is I, Nick Rosario. I have made a triumphant return, I think, I hope, to the Roundtable this week. I have been missing in action. Work has gotten me pretty busy. You know, for those of you who know, the Cubs made a little bit of a run in the playoffs, making it all the way to the division series, losing to the Brewers in 5. So I was definitely very busy towards the start of the football season, end of the baseball season. That did, preclude me, as it were, from being on the Roundtable. But I'm happy to be back. As always, this is one of my favorite places to be with these three fine people. So I'm glad we are back. I'm glad I'm back. We're back again, of course. This is the Roundtable, not on our normal Tuesday night, but we are here on a Wednesday to entertain you, to give you the football, to do all that stuff, and all around just to have a good time. So without further ado, of course, the people that keep this show going and who always make it fun. Tina Winter. Tina, how are you? How's it going? I haven't really talked to you guys in a while, so how are we doing? How's it going?
I'm good now that I'm on the line. I'm talking with you guys. Makes my day better.
Well, very good. I like to hear that.
So
to make somebody's day. Jeez, no, I'm just playing. But again, all right. So all is good though. Work's good. All that good stuff. You know.
Let's not talk about work.
All right, we're not talking about. All right, sounds good.
No. We talked all of that out before you guys came on. So.
Okay. Yeah. No, fine. Absolutely great. Like I said, you know, when you miss 4 weeks, this is what happens. You come back and you're like, what is everything? I don't know what's going on. What happened? Yeah. No, but yeah, great. But good. Great to see you again, Tina.
Good to see you too.
The man in the yellow T-shirt, Mr. Handy. How are you, pal? What's happening there, my friend?
Same old stuff. Get up, go to work, come home, that kind of stuff. All of that good stuff. But yeah, it was a great day at work. I got to get to the gym, so I'm feeling kind of I think.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm still about 1,000 steps away, but I will be hitting my step goal for the 3rd consecutive day since I went back to work off vacation. So feeling pretty good about that. And the room is a bit of a mess. I wish you could see it. Taxes and stuff. We did ours. We did ours this weekend because of the LLCs and stuff. Sure. But all of that stuff is done, and I got all 4 of you. I got ready to jump in when the intro stopped, and I was like, nope, that's Nick.
Well, no, but that's what if you notice, I kind of started slow because I actually thought you were going to as well. So I was like,
no, man. This is, hey, look, brother, this is your car. I just been keeping it polished up for you while you was gone. So we glad to have you back. And you know what?
No.
You know what? Have I told you all this lately? I am very happy to be here.
Well,
very happy.
And see, I haven't heard that in a while, so thank you. I appreciate it as well. Delilah, how about you? How are you doing? How's it going?
I thought it was going to break up in song when he said, "Have I told you lately?" And I was waiting for the rest of that.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, because then all 4 of us would be here singing, and Sean would be messaging us going, "Football? Question mark?
No, I'm so happy that the 4 of us are here. You know, it's been a while, but I get it. I'm glad that the reason you were gone is that we had a team that actually didn't suck. You know, so it was good to.
There you go.
Sorry, the 3 of us here on this side are from Chicago. So it was kind of nice to have somebody actually make it into the playoffs. And they went further than we thought. I mean, they did make it past the wild card. So
for sure. I was shocked by that as well.
So anyway, so we'll see. We'll see how we go from there. But
see how it goes. Right, see how it goes.
And the Butcher football team didn't do too bad neither. But we'll talk about that later.
Sure, we'll get into that.
Right.
Yes.
But it's cool to have all four of us back tonight. It's fun. Yes.
I'm very excited about that as well. Again, I'm always happy to be here with you guys. And again, I have missed this, so I am glad that we were able to do this tonight. But as always, it's time to get it moving. We get started as always with a coin toss. Let's get it on.
Man, you jumped. You wait, hold on. You wasn't supposed to go so fast.
Oh, I wasn't?
I have my finger on the button. Sorry, y'all. I do this every show now. And not this show. This show, my show, the other show. There we go. Throw the coin.
Well, all right, there we go. That's all right. Hey, we get it going. Hey, this is live. What things happen. What are you gonna do? It's all right. Eddie was admiring his work there, and then you forgot about what. No, I'm just playing. Anyways, so here we go. Right, one major thing happened that I think we should talk about because it's the first coach that was fired of this young football season. Brian Callahan of those Tennessee Titans has been let go. Has been fired. Now, funny, not funny, but funny in the sense of this has happened before, right? Like we've had first-year quarterbacks whose coaches have gotten fired in their first year. So this is why I think this is something interesting to talk about. For those of you who have memories, you remember that Trevor Lawrence's first year, Urban Meyer was fired. I'm not sure why he was hired to begin with, but Urban Meyer got fired in Trevor Lawrence's first year there in Jacksonville. Frank Reich with Bryce Young there in Carolina, right? His first year, Frank Reich is gone, which I actually thought Frank could maybe help Bryce Young. But again, the team didn't think so, neither did the organization. The famous one, Delilah, you and I know this one very well. Caleb's rookie year last year, Matty Eberflus got the bye-bye. Then again, he probably was coached 4 games too long and whatever. Anywho, Brian Callahan joins that esteemed group of being having a first-year quarterback and getting fired. So my first question would be, and I'll just throw this out to everyone, was this firing justified? Do you feel like this was the right move at this time? And is this Callahan's fault and that's why he was gone? What do you guys think?
Most people thought he was hired in the first place.
No, as Wesley Snipes once famously said in a 90s movie, since we were talking about 80s, 90s movies, as you know, money talks and BS runs a marathon. So see ya. Wouldn't want to be you.
But let me ask it this way, maybe. I didn't get a great response on that one. So
you left that one wide, man. You put a fat one right across the plate.
Hey, that's the way this goes. This happens, right? It's, we're getting the rust off. It's been a little while. No, but because to me, like Cam Ward made some comments, right? He kind of threw some of his teammates under the bus. Again, I know he's a first-year quarterback, and you're trying to be the guy, and you're not probably agreeing with everything that's going on in that locker room or whatever. So now you're venting your frustrations publicly. We've seen this before with players doing this, right? But we always say too, the coach is always going to be the fall guy most times, right? We're not going to take the first-year quarterback and go, all right, Cam Ward, go sit on the bench. You're complaining, you're doing this, you're not doing your job, blah, blah, blah. No, we're going to look at the coach and go, you're out of here, my friend. That's it for you. So, again, with Cam Ward, he's 6 games into his rookie season, and Tennessee's 1-5, 2-5. They're 1-5, I believe, right?
Yes.
So
you are correct, sir.
Yeah, so they're 1-5, and you're sitting there just going, is it the coach's fault? Is the next coach going to come in and all of a sudden Tennessee's just going to start lighting up the league? Like, I'm very curious as to why at this particular moment they thought firing Brian Callahan was the right thing to do. What do you guys think of that?
They got – go ahead, Delilah.
I actually don't, because if you tell me who plays for Tennessee, I can tell you the only person I know is the rookie they brought in. Because I'm being honest. I haven't heard any any defense, and you know what I mean? I haven't heard any names that we're used to. Even the teams that are losing in other divisions, we know people on there. We're trying to figure out, wow, why are they playing so bad, right?
Right. Yeah.
But in this case, I don't know anything good about them as a team. I you know what I mean? That's all I know is Cam Ward. Like, I don't know about
And Tony
anybody
Pollard's their
else on
running
that
back.
team.
Yeah.
I just feel like, okay, but do you see what I'm saying? If you hadn't told me that, I would not know who he was.
Right.
Like,
I get you.
or who played for them. The team is bad. You know what? It's
for all intents and purposes, you're right.
There's no like stars on there. Usually, even the bad teams have like one or two names that we can throw around. Going like, wow, what's going on, man? Sucks that he's playing over there. But like, you don't hear any wow out of Tennessee. Like nothing. No, like, oh, you know, they have this star wide receiver and they're not connected with Cam Ward, or like, wow, like look at all the stats. You know what I mean? Like,
no,
I hear nothing in the spotlight about this team. And so it goes back to kind of how we talked about like coaches before, or like the, number one picks and all that stuff. And is like, what was he working with except for Cam Ward that would give that rookie the pieces that he needed so that he can get some W's, get some of that rust out? Like, so... But we've talked, somebody had to go, and I guess they, it was the coach, right? You're not going to get rid of the rookie you just drafted. But I don't believe it was all on him. No, absolutely not. I thought there would be another coach fired before he did. He was. Right. I didn't think he was going to be the first coach fired. I thought it would be the Bengals coach that would be fired.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, it's funny here because I looked up the roster.
That's who I thought was going to be fired.
Oh, for sure. But, so I had to look up the roster because I know they had. Like I kept saying in my head, I know they have Calvin Ridley
to the Jets.
Right. They have Calvin Ridley, Tony Pollard is the running back. They also have Tyler Lockett. So it's not like these guys are scrubs in the league. They've all had. I mean, they're not great, I guess, by any measure. But with Ridley and Lockett as your receivers, Pollard as a running back. I mean, I've seen worse wide receiver running back combinations in my day. Like. So it does make you, and again, I understand it's a rookie quarterback and they all go through their growing pains and you've got, all these things that happen. But I just feel like, you four ladies are just the best. Thank you very much, Mr. Cornett, for tuning in. Yes,
Hey, Mr. Cornett, I got a Jerry Jones salute for you right now, sir. It's off camera, right up underneath the banner. You can't see it, but I'm giving you the Jerry Jones thumbs up right now. Do with that what you will.
What I'm trying to say is, have we heard anything from Lockett? That's what I'm trying to say.
No.
That's what I mean.
Got rid of Henry.
Yeah.
Lockett's not really doing anything anymore. Ridley's not doing anything.
Yeah,
they traded away their cornerback or safety.
Yeah.
I forget which position he was in.
Yeah.
Their number one guy on defense. Their defense sucks.
Yes.
But
it does.
A lot of people, I saw a quick little blurb and everything I read from the New York Post, which I'm not saying they are the highlight of journalistic integrity.
I understand.
But they are good with rumors and innuendos. They get those right.
Right.
They said that the reason it happened is Coach Amy was embarrassed at the last game because she had family there. And she decided that she was going to shake the trees up, which everybody's like, oh, I love the fact that she sits on the sidelines with her headset. Like, who's doing what and everything. She's a freaking bean counter. So they're just signing like, I don't like this. So we're just going to get rid of the head coach. And who do they give? Who's going to be replacing him? Somebody please say that. So I can start my diatribe.
It's the defensive guy, right? Like, isn't it the defensive coach?
No, he's the senior offensive assistant, Mike McCoy. Tina, go ahead and give us his history.
Oh, he came from the Panthers with John Fox when he came over. Then he was at Denver. He was a quarterback's coach. Then he became the OC when he was at Denver. He was there for 3 years. Then he went to the Chargers and was the head coach there for 4 years. Did he do anything there?
Well, he got him to the playoffs his first season. Yeah, they finished his
the Super Bowl.
They did not get to the Super Bowl, but
I get what you mean.
That is an accomplishment for an NFL head coach coming in to at least get him to the playoffs.
No,
but he inherited a decent team when he got him to the playoffs. They just needed a little bit to make. Yeah. So
fair point.
I'm not saying he's not. I think he's a phenomenal OC because he was there when it was Von Miller and it was Peyton Manning in the early years. So like he's a really good OC.
No, that song's in my head.
Yes, yeah. But that's what I said. Like it just with the coaching thing, like Tina said, with the side you getting embarrassed and all that stuff. Like, give me a break. Like that's the reason to fire a coach.
Bring
like,
it back to Sean's comment. Yeah. My point is I don't think them firing Callahan and putting in McCoy is gonna make the team any better.
Right? That was my thing.
Saying.
What is that
I honestly, I think he's just a Band-Aid. I think they're gonna do a hopefully, because they're an NFL franchise and they make a lot of money. So hopefully somebody in there knows what they're doing and go, hey, look, this guy's only gonna be here till the end of the season, right? Like that Star Wars meme.
Belichick.
Like that Star Wars meme. We're only going to keep him for the end of the season till the end of the season, right? Right?
Right. Well, we're going to find out because again,
I agree, Sean. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm like, it's the team. The team sucks. God, can we just be honest?
Why does the head coach get fired for a bad team? He didn't pick the team.
He didn't put the team together, which is my thing too, right?
I agree 1,000%. I don't think he should have been fired, but someone had to get the axe, right?
Again, you're not going to cut the first-year quarterback you paid money to,
right? To Handy's point, the coach, that's kind of, we've seen it, right? Like you said it, Nick, you read off a lot of the stats, right? People that, coaches that were fired mid-season and stuff. So it's not uncommon. But I do feel like somebody had to take the hit and he was it. But I really thought it would have been, I don't know why I can't remember. Yeah, I don't know why I can't remember his name all of a sudden.
Right.
I think both the Ohio coaches are going to be gone at the end of the year.
Like that's who I thought would be gone because the Bengals have a good team. So what they had,
they're just everybody broke. I think that's the only thing saving that coach's job is every year.
Joe Burrow is gone.
But even before that, they were still losing and not playing. You know what I'm saying? And so
and again, they have no defense still.
That's who I thought.
Everything by himself. So.
That's why I thought would be gone.
The only thing that made the Bengals decent was Joe Burrow pulling him along behind him.
Correct.
And doing all of the heavy lifting with Chase and Higgins. Other than that team is really not. Joe getting injured this year has exposed them. And that's what I said. I don't know if people heard me, but I said that. I go, you think they're going to go after Belichick? Because I think we all have an idea that Belichick's not going to be with NC State next year.
Carolina, he's – John and I had a whole conversation about that. We'll have to talk about later because that was ridiculous.
This is why he got fired. They're getting
there it is.
That's making room.
I did see the new stadium when I was out in Nashville. So, yes, it looks pretty marvelous so far. They're not done, but it does look pretty good. New stadium, new head coach, new whole thing. Right, there you go.
Yeah.
Let's move on, though. We can talk about coaches forever. And again, like I said, Delilah said, maybe the next coach fired is the Cincinnati one or the Tito with the Browns one. Who knows? But for once, the reason I brought this question up, and I thought this would be an interesting question, because Ian, I know it's only 6 games into the season. And, we like to do this stuff, and people will come at me, with the overreactions and all the stuff we've done. But, hey, every team, and there's 4 of them, right? We all know there's 4 teams in each division, has a winning record in the NFC North for once.
Thanks for that.
How is this possible? How did that happen? What is going on over here? We were in the upside down. It's Stranger Things. I don't know what's happening. But is the NFC North right now, maybe for the foreseeable future, is that one? Is that the best division in the NFL right now? What do we think, guys? We'll go, let's start now. We'll go with Handy. Start with you, my friend. You love the NFC, don't you? What do you think?
I am going to say yes right now. I mean, this is just purely numbers. Yes, because right now, you said the NFC North. Right now, they have the best win-loss record of any conference. I know that plus 10 cents will get you a fifth of a bottle of Coca-Cola in Oklahoma City because they're like $3 now for a 16-ounce bottle. Not that I'm complaining or anything because I buy the fountain drinks, the big gulps for 98 cents. Ha, 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 take that. Plus, I got rewards points. But they are also the only division that has all 4 of their teams have winning records.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes, we're over 500.
Yes. Everybody's above
Yeah.
500
for right now.
Yeah, they're all about 500. They got 13-7 record right now, collectively.
Collectively,
In comparison, yeah, collectively. I still got to get that allegedly for you. I'm still working on that. Yeah, well, because the East is 11-12.
Yes.
Wonder why? Could it be that secret finger salute? I don't know. The NFC South does have a winning record, but they're at 12-11, and the West is at 14-10. So,
we've got a couple buys in the division, so that's why too.
Yeah, off numbers alone, I would 100% go with yes. I mean, and then on top of that, you said the NFC North. Oh my God, I almost opened my mouth and came with the wrong division. Yeah, so that's where I'm gonna stop.
No, it's fine.
Because I was about to mess up.
No, you're good. Like I said, it just.
And then Sean, what do you think? And then Sean would eat me up in the comments and in my inbox.
Yeah, probably. You probably right about that. NFC West. That's what he was saying. NFC West. But Delilah, what do you like? How do you feel about this? Because again, our team plays in the North, and we all know, again, we know our history and all that good stuff. And everybody said we'd probably finish 4th in the division, 3rd or 4th for sure. So the fact that we're for right now in the mix and maybe playing better, how do you feel about the NFC North being, this kind of division right now?
I don't trust it. Only because, again, I'm aware of what we do.
Right,
everything. I'm just aware of the history of this division moving forward, especially when we play better teams. Yeah. And I'm not saying that I'm not saying that they've had easy schedule or play but they've also haven't really. It's weird. I just feel like down the stretch when we're playing really more competitive, you know what I mean? Yeah. We start to kind of, and all of a sudden, the teams start dropping off. By numbers, I agree with Handy. Obviously, by numbers, yes. Right now, we are the better division, but I think the NFC West is more competitive than people give it credit for. I know that Arizona's 2-4, but they haven't lost by blowouts or anything. Oh. You know what I mean? I think
they're also under 3rd string running back, so
right. And so I know that looking at their numbers, being 2-4, being last, you know what I mean? But I just don't trust it just because of the history of this division. So I'm just I don't know. Ask me next week, and if we're still above, if we're all still above 500. Then maybe I'd be like, yeah, you know what? It's looking pretty solid that we are the division to beat.
Very much could be. Well, Tina, how about you? Because again, the NFC being what it is, but again, beginning of the year, people were crowning Green Bay as the next big thing, right? And everybody said, well, the Lions, they're still in it. They're still there. Minnesota should be good. Then J.J. McCarthy goes out, so who knows what they're doing. Carson Wentz fine. And the Bears are what they are. We're hoping they're better. But how do you feel about the NFC North at this point?
Andy, throw up Ben's comment.
Which one? He put up 2.
The one about NFC North and AFC West.
Where the heck is it? There we go.
If we're going strictly by having teams that have winning records, yes.
Okay.
If we're going by intangibles, I'd say AFC West. Just because of the competition that's going on. Now, the Raiders are raidering. And, who was it that said that Geno Smith was going to be good? What was his name? Oh, yeah, Sean. The Raiders are raidering.
I was saying, I know it wasn't me. But go ahead. Sorry.
Ron and I had conversations back and forth. I kept saying the Raiders are bad. They're just, when you get outside Brock and you get outside Max Crosby, they're just bad. But he admits it. Sean has also said to me, okay, yeah, you were right. I think right now in your division,
he copped to it.
Yeah, he did. And I knew he would fess up to it too. I think in your guys' division, right now, you guys aren't really playing each other a lot. Some of you have played each other. Some of you haven't. I think when that starts to happen, your division may change a little bit.
Sure.
But it prove me wrong. I'll be happy if you guys prove me wrong on that point. But just numbers, yes. If you're saying, okay, every team needs to have a winning record, yes, I agree with Delilah. NFC West, I think they're going to black and blue each other too, because I posted in our private chat. Yeah. Every team but the Cardinals has a 4-2 record in that division.
Right.
Someone's going to have to take the lead.
Exactly.
So, I mean, yes, I'll admit I'm biased when it comes to my division, but I do think finally last year showed us that there's 3 really strong teams in my division. So,
sure.
But it's not a numbers thing. It's the Chiefs, and the Chiefs are coming back. They're slowly coming back.
Well, it seems that way, doesn't it?
Well, the rumor has it after every game that Taylor Swift is like beating the guys with the cat of nine tails. Like, you absolutely cannot have a crappy season in a year that I released the album. It's not happening.
I was wondering how long a Taylor Swift reference would happen, but okay. Yeah. 25 minutes into the show, and we got
You know what? That's not bad, actually.
You're welcome.
Half an hour in.
Right. I was waiting to see if we were going to get one, and 25-minute mark, we get a Taylor Swift guy. It's awesome. But, again, right, I know, again, we talk about these hypothetical things all the time, and this and that, trying to come up, but I like it because I hope the division – I just hope the division is competitive, because my thing is – too, again, if the Bears can, in fact, play better, I think it'll make the division better itself, too, because, again, nobody picked us to do anything again. Everybody said, Bears will be at the bottom, don't worry about it, blah, 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 Minnesota with this, and then, Green Bay. I mean, people were saying after that week 1 victory that Green Bay was going to the Super Bowl. Like they did, and then all of a sudden they came down to earth when they saw what was.
But they're like they're like Dallas that way. Okay,
right. Well, no, that's what I'm saying though. Well, it wasn't Green Bay people saying this was people like on sports.
No, but I'm saying though, but it's kind of the same. Like that happens all the time with Green Bay.
It's like relax, so people. Like again, the
they were going for clicks and likes.
Well, sure, aren't we all? No, I was playing.
Aren't we all? That's why we have conversations like
this. That's right. No, exactly. That's why we do the things we do, right?
Yes. We are a football show.
Wait, we are? Holy crap. Why didn't somebody tell me? Darn it. All right. No, but yeah, like I said, I feel like as long as the division is competitive and the Bears stay in that mix somehow, it will make the year much better. I think the NFC North could, by the end of the year, turn out to be one of the better divisions in football. Again,
I hope we beat the Saints. Man, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, Nicole. I'm with you. That's a game we have to win this Sunday.
I love you.
Right. Sorry, Nicole, but the Saints will not go marching in. They'll go marching back to New Orleans. But again, I just want it to be competitive because, again, I want the Bears to be in the mix because, like Tina said, the AFC West, if the Raiders can get their head out of their behind, I don't see it. But, you'd have 4 teams there who are, like I said, Kansas City's on the come up, it looks like, and again, I'm not trying to criticize your Broncos, Tina, but
no, go ahead.
I don't know. No, I'm saying that London game had me scratching my head, going, "Are you serious? You're losing to the Jets?"
I have some
Justin Fields
at
minus 10 yards passing.
And I discussed, but
come on, no, but I was and then I saw the final score. And I went, they pulled it out. Look at that. They got a field goal in time to pull it out. Yay, the Broncos win. So yes, AFC West looks very competitive. And again, a victory is a victory, right? We had a last-second field goal by a guy who, was on our practice squad last week and probably should have been kicking anywhere. But, hey, he's a hero this week. So there you go. Jake Moody, you're the man.
Don't trust
Moody. Yeah, good old Moody. But, again, we're going to take a quick break, right? We've been talking for about a half hour now, so we'll give you guys a chance to catch up. But don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Maybe the Broncos aren't who – okay, Dennis Green, take it easy over there, pal. You want to crown him? Go ahead and crown him. And while you crown him, we're going to take this break. We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, it's Tina, and welcome to the Mile High Mini.
That's probably the best part. Well, man, I'm the female. Oh, I thought it was the ugly. That's the bad.
You're the bad.
Oh, okay. Kicking game. I'm talking about the ugly. And you know what's ugly? I'll tell you what's ugly. It's calls for Vance Joseph fired. John Payne put together a solid game plan 2 weeks in a row. This is a big
And of course, that was the Tina's other program that she likes to be on with her fellow Broncos fans, the Mile High Minute, which could also be mistaken for something else, but we won't get into that right now. Yeah, exactly. I got that. You guys know this already.
I hope it's not a minute.
Well, if it's a mile high, it could be. Who knows? But anywho, again,
thanks, Delilah. That's awesome.
you're good. You're good. You're good. You're like everybody's thinking. We've descended into madness, ladies and gentlemen. I love it. There it goes. Fantastic. Like Tina's still recovering. That dust does not go on Apple. Thank you, Andy. There you go. Fantastic. Oh my God. All right. Oh, all right. Woosah.
Oh my God.
All right. No, we're good. Hey, we need a good laugh every now and again, folks. Let me tell you. That's just.
Excuse me, miss. I seem to have lost my contact lens in Coach. Can you help me find it?
There you go.
What?
Hey now. All righty. See, this is what I've missed for 4 weeks. You see, this is what happens when you're not available to do the show. You miss this.
Oh man.
But yes, thank you, Delilah, very much for that. I needed a good laugh. I think everybody. Look, Tina's still recovering. Her glasses are off. Her hair's all messed up now. She doesn't know what to do. That's a hostess, Ben. And I'll thank you to not use the word little. But anywho.
Sorry, I can't read that.
That's great. Tina's still cracking up over there. I'm slow. I just got that. Thank you, Sean, for catching up with the rest of us. We appreciate that, sir. Thank you very much.
Oh, man. They're lighting up the comments. They're lighting up the comment section now.
It's Rex Wright tickling feet.
And there goes Tina again.
And there it goes.
Rex Wright. Oh, wow.
Way to go, Ben. Way to throw that out there. I love it. See what I mean? The descent into madness, ladies and gentlemen. Where else can you get such a thing? Not only do you get football, you get the funny as well. I love it. Okay. How's everybody? We good?
I forgot about the whole Rex Wright thing.
What I'm saying, the tickling feet. Yes, absolutely. Way to go, Rex. Not only good NFL defensive coach.
Nope, not gonna work.
Nope.
Namaste.
Okay.
All right.
Everybody good? I just want to make sure we're back.
All right, Tina, turn her down there.
Yeah,
right.
Look
what you done made me do, anime. Now we got people telling foot jokes and mile high jokes and stuff like that. We got 72 hours between here and a good day's rest. Sing the song like I wrote it. Eat the cake.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Here we go. I know we're not going to recover, are we? This is just going to go on.
He made me laugh with the cake thing. I was on my way.
Right. So I was like, I was there. I'm telling you. And of course, I turned her over there and to make her eat the cake again. So there we go. All right. Where are we? What are we doing? A show? What's happening right now? What's going? Where am I?
I have no idea. Something about hot sauce. Something about hot sauce and apples or something. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. But let's go ahead and go with. Wait, what are we going with? Come on, Andy, help me. What are we doing? See, like I'm still
hold on a second.
Yeah, there it is. Game of the week. Hey, all right. There it is. I knew we were going somewhere. See, so since there was 2 games, right, on Monday night, so we'll let Mr. Handy speak to, since he's in a talkative mood right now, Mr. Joke Man. About your
I wasn't the one that made the double entendre. That means it got 2 entrances. So you can both go in at the same time. Oh my God, what am I saying? Stop it, Anthony.
Okay.
You were the one
talking about double entendres.
What the hell were you watching before the show came on? You need to cancel your subscriptions or something, pal. You're watching the wrong thing over there.
I was looking for something here, and that was what I wanted to find. There we go. I had to scroll back through the comments to get to it. But hey, look.
Okay, so the first game was, for those who don't know, a 21-14 victory by the Falcons over the Buffalo Bills, which the Bills have now lost a couple in a row. So there's that as well. I know Tina probably likes to see that, right? She's an AFC gal, but anyways. But here, go ahead, Andy. Your Falcons won. It's an impressive win. I mean, regardless of how you look at it. I know you were giving up on your team last week. I caught some clips of you, denouncing your team, as it were, and how bad you were. But again,
clips. How about just one long clip?
Well, I mean, yes, true. But anywho, how do you feel? I mean, you feeling good about that? Your Falcons getting the big victory?
I'm going to be. Listen, I'm not going to be the person that jump back on the bandwagon. Oh, they won. I'm a fan again. I'm serious. I wanted. This was one game. This was one game out of. This is one game out of 17. They play 5. So there's more season left to be had. But did they look really good? Hell yeah, they did. Bijan. Beast mode, 170 yards. He just ran roughshod. Okay, maybe I was a little excited, but he ran roughshod on everybody. Drake London with the just get off me touchdown. The dude was like, I'm not gonna let you in this end zone, mister. And he's like, the ball's in my other hand. I'm in. I was just watching this game going, is this really happening right now? Is this the same team that, that had the kicker that couldn't kick and all of that stuff? And then, the other kicker missed a couple of field goals, and then he turned around. And, it's just – this is the Falcons. This is what you can do when you focus. I can hear Cliff Huxtable trying to come out for some reason. This is what you can do when you focus. This is what you do when you play together as a unit. This is what you can do – excuse me. This is what you can do when everybody is focusing on one goal as opposed to, I got to make my catches tonight. I got to do this. I got to do that. And that's the Falcons team that I want to see. As someone who up until 2 weeks ago was a fan, well, a week ago was a fan, but still admires the team. See, Sean, I'm trying to work my way back in. I'm trying to double speak it. But they did. That was absolutely an amazing game by the Falcons. I was mind blown when they went to halftime. Like, they're really winning. This is happening. This is. I said at one point, I said, "Babe, these are the Bills, right?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "And they're playing the Falcons, right?" She said, "Yeah." And the Falcons are winning. She said, "Yeah." So I got.
No, again, they won. It's an impressive win. Like, you got to take it for what it is, right? Like,
absolutely.
You have to. It's a game on the schedule that most people probably would have gave you the L on, and you guys pulled one out. So I would be happy with that. Oh, thank you, Ben. I guess the Bills stink. Well, I don't know about that, Sean, but sure, they've had a bad
no. Hold on.
Tell you
hold that thought. I'm gonna address that. That based on my what I said last week. If I know Sean like I know Sean, and it's not a dig. It's just off my definition last week. The Bills stink. So, but that's not a. It's not a dig. He's not a dig. He's just like, hey yo,
Sean just giving it to you. I know what it is.
Oh yeah,
we all know what it is. We all know Mr. Spencer and his comments. I get it. It's the double entendre. Anyways, let's move on from that. Tina, how about you? What did you think of this Atlanta victory over there?
I actually didn't get to see it because it was on so early. By the time I got so I wasn't able to watch it. But I did see the score, and I almost sent an email to Handy that said, "And they're how bad?"
Right. You were here for the rant last week. I was not. I had to go back and watch some of it. So yes.
I was the one sitting here telling him that his team is better than he thinks it is.
Right, there you go.
So, you took on the Bills and you beat them.
Well, I never. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I talked for like 6 minutes. Listen, I never said the team wasn't talented. I just said that what they're putting on the field is crap, and what they have been doing is
the crap
far beyond.
The crap.
But I get it when you get shut out by the Panthers. I get that.
Right? Look at me being Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah,
I understand the saltiness of that, right? Like
saltier than beef jerky.
The Broncos hadn't won in Vegas for the Raiders in 8 years.
How about that, huh?
And the Raiders were not that great during that run.
Run, yeah. Exactly.
So I understand exactly how it feels to be just. So are they Panthers level? Maybe not, but the Panthers are your Raiders. Like the Raiders in the AFC was bottom of and we were the bottom of the barrel. which is why teams got embarrassed when we beat them once in a while.
Correct.
Every team, whether they're good or bad, can have a phenomenal game and get it all right, and the matchups just work.
Yes.
Or they can be on the other side, which is the Bills, and somehow the matchups they had did not work. And I mean, I think it's great for the Falcons. I mean, you guys are 3-2.
Yeah.
I think you're second in your division. So if you can win the games that you can and keep going,
it's good you got this win because it's good you got this win because you play the 49ers next, and it's always harder playing in your same conference. You know what I mean? And so, like, good that you got one against the Bills. Bills fans are probably like,
Bills fans are mad because they've lost 2 in a row, but sure.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely.
But they get a bye week, so
so they had a chance to readjust and figure it out, and I'm sure we'll see Buffalo towards the end of the year, and it again as always.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they'll reset.
Panthers are playing well this year. I know. I have Dowdle as my fantasy football guy, and last 2 weeks he scored me 31 points. So he's doing stuff. So
it was definitely 21-7 most of the
my head. Oh, I know what it was. I'm going to help the conversation just a little bit. Does anyone else think San Francisco is sacrificing their players so Christian McCaffrey won't have a season-ending injury this year?
You're hilarious.
I don't know, but
stranger things, right? Who knows?
Mean,
it could be.
The fact that they're winning and everybody's broken is pretty impressive.
Like Fred Warner this week.
Yeah.
That's gonna hurt them. But
that's good. Oh, you're right, though. That is definitely gonna hurt them. But there was a second game on Monday night that Delilah and I had a vested interest in. They had an 8:15 Eastern start to that one. Obviously, the Bears beat the Commanders on a last-second field goal by Jake Moody, of all people, who, to me, was the player of the game with 4 out of 5 field goals. One of his was blocked, so not all on him, I guess. It could have been. I don't. Go back and watch the kick again. But the guy hit the game winner, right? He got 12 points, which is basically half our points for that game. So, Delilah, I know how I felt about it, being there live, which was fun. What did you think of our Bears on Monday night there?
First, I want to say thank you to you and Sean for sending videos and pictures. It was awesome.
For sure.
See you guys hanging out at a game. So thanks for that. That was cool that you guys were able to see that in person. Second, I wasn't sure because the last few years we haven't been able to beat Washington. Like, they've had our number, and obviously last year, remember the Hail Mary and the whole fiasco, and that happened at home. And then we were playing, we're playing at Washington's home, so I wasn't sure what that would turn out with. We are also cursed on Monday night, so it was like a double whammy. And so I was like, I don't know. But it was a good game overall, though, because it was pretty competitive. So I was excited about that part, like seeing how fun the team actually made the game. Like, it was fun to watch. We weren't sure. We were like, going back and forth, the intensity, the anxiety, because I definitely was like, here we go, right? Yeah. That last quarter. Because I'm like, can we survive 4 quarters for Pete's sake, right? Because that's also a crutch for us. I'm like, can we make it 4th quarter, But yeah, that was fun. I was kind of excited to see that, So I'm still a little leery down the stretch with some of these games. Right. But it was good to see our guys having fun. They actually looked like they were having fun too. Like, that's kind of the part that I enjoyed too, was it looked like everybody was gelling. Of course, I know people were already crapping on our offense because Troy Aikman hates us for some reason. I don't know what we ever did to him, but he hates us and definitely hates Caleb. I don't know what Caleb Williams did to Troy Aikman. I don't know what happened, but my God, it was just.
It was bad.
Janae, what's up with your boy Troy? Why does he hate us so much? But man, it was I didn't get that. Honestly, threw off a lot of me trying to enjoy the game, the competition, is because every time they went to him, I'm like, Oh my God! Can you give us something? Like, he reminded me of Joe Buck, who also hates the Cubs, and every time I hear,
you reminded me of the callers this year in the division game. They were so homering for the Brewers during that whole series. Like they weren't even hiding it.
Right. They weren't. It's fine.
So I was like, oh my God, but we're in the game. Give us something. Like, like it's a fun game.
Like some little softball they would give us, and they'd be like, oh yeah, they did. And then it came back in the 5th, and we didn't have any spark or fire, so we lost the game. But again, that game, it was that's what they were freaking doing. And it was during the wild card series. All we heard was San Diego has the best bullpen in the league.
Right.
All the time. Nick, be thankful you couldn't hear a lot of that.
Yeah, no, I was working. I didn't hear a lot of that stuff.
I was ready to punch somebody.
I'm just glad. I'm just glad we got
horrible when you're sitting there and you're like, seriously? Not one thing. You can't say one thing nice about a guy. Well, we're used to it with Joe Buck and the Cubs.
I'm telling you, man, he's good too. Oh my God! Even when we won the World Series, and he was still so salty about that. I will never forgive him for that. But anyway,
I hear you.
Anyway,
him and John Hamm were so salty.
Yeah, they really were, weren't they? I'm like, whatever. Anyway, sorry, we devolved into baseball.
That's okay.
Again, we're Chicago fans, and we always have to deal with this stuff. Like, even when our teams actually start doing good, like, people are still like, man, I'm like, bro, get out of here.
No, it's true.
Yeah, Sean, that is what hurt us. But anyway, besides that,
they're both almost pretty good. Yes, we know Joe Buck is
a Cardinal. Believe me, Sean, we know he's a Cardinal.
We know he's a Cardinal, right? We know he's a Cardinal. But it's
actually given interviews and says he loves it when the Cubs fans get salty with him, and he does it on purpose.
Yeah, he knows. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. Come on, he's been in this game a long time.
Thank you, Bears, for being right now over 500.
Yes.
So you broke our hearts there for a little bit, and I hope, like I said, I do like that the guys look like they're having a good time, actually, connecting and just kind of having a good, I feel like sometimes that's forgotten in football. Like, I get that it's competitive, but it's still fun, so.
It's supposed to be, right?
We'll see how we carry.
To play a game, so. Yeah.
Right, exactly, right. But I hope they carry that into, again, I know based on the Saints records, I just do not want them going into them thinking this is it's an easy win. No, it's another NFL team.
Game.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
It's another NFL. Yeah, it's another NFL team. Don't get comfortable.
Right.
Keep building on what y'all have been doing. Right. Kayla's been playing really well. And so I feel like he's getting comfortable now. Like I say, he keeps, he doesn't hold on to the ball as long anymore. He's, I like that he's connecting with Swift more. Right. There's just stuff that I like.
It's almost as if he's had 6 weeks to learn the
exactly.
How about that?
Right?
And that your offensive line is now starting to get some.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing too. You're trying to gel that line. I mean, you brought in 3 free agents, and they're all starting. Literally with Dahlman, Jackson, and I always forget dude's name. I was just talking with Sean about this on the previous show. But
we're 4-2. After Sunday,
after this week, would love that. Yes, that would be fantastic. Considering the way this has started again, if you want, I won't take up too much time with it here because again, Sean and I just did a whole show before this about being at the game, so I don't want to take but to be there though, to see this, to witness it, to be there was fantastic. Getting to see the Bears because I actually got to sit and watch an entire game.
That's awesome.
Live, so you could see everything. I mean, we saw the underthrows, the overthrows, the guys who were open who didn't get the ball thrown to them. There was a bunch of stuff going on in that game. And you guys know how Sean and I are. We literally talked almost the entire game.
Of course.
We were breaking everything down. Right. We were breaking everything down.
Really? I never would have thought. I never would have thought. I would have thought y'all just would have sat there and ate your little popcorn and drank and just went, good game, eh? Yeah, bro. And then, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's again. But a fun night was had. Bears got the victory. Couldn't have been happier. But there's a lot, obviously, in the coming weeks that we could talk more about that again.
Yeah.
So Tina, for you, we got to talk about our teams a little bit. Your team also had a victory this week. The first time in a while. I think all three of our teams have won. So that's a good thing.
I think it's the first time all season, isn't it?
It could have been. It might have been.
I guess in the same week, right?
Yeah, same
week. Same time. Yeah.
But I mean, what are your Broncos looking like? Because again, you watch every week. I know you watch every week, and then you guys eked out one against the Jets. But how's it going over there in Bronco land? What's going on with your team there?
Not good. We lost our starting left guard right before the London game, and I don't care what people say. Losing your left. So the problem. It wasn't Bo Nix. It wasn't the wide receivers. The Jets do have a good run defense. So I think the game plan going in was they weren't going to run that much. They were going to throw. Well, you lose your left guard. The guy who they brought in was, I swear to God, Lotto pick 15 every time they had to hold the pocket open more than 3 seconds to let the play develop. And we shot ourselves in the foot. It was a trap game, and we weren't playing to the level that we played when we played against the Eagles. Now in the second half, they made some changes and it got better, but it never should have come down to a field goal. And also, maybe, come on, did you guys see what the Jets did? They had a 4th and something, and they let the clock run out.
Oh, okay. I mean, that was my thing, though. When I saw some of the stats for this game, like literally, like when Justin Fields ends up with minus 10 yards passing, he got sacked for 55 yards total. So his total was minus 10 yards. And yet it took a field goal in the end for the Broncos because it was 11-10 forever, it seemed like. And you guys finally got the field goal whenever you got it. So, that was the final score of the game. So, yes, Andy, you were going to say something?
Did you say he got sacked to the tune of 55 yards?
Yes.
I mean, total, yes, because he had 65 yards, or what, 45 yards, whatever the hell it was. He ended up with minus 10. So whatever the math is on that, 55 yards and sacks, to deduct that, so that's minus 10. So it must have had 45 yards passing.
Going down the field, they got close, like within 5 yards of the field goal, and he got sacked twice in a row. The last one was like a 4th and 6, and they pushed there was 5 people on top of him. I still think Justin Fields is on the ground like this because they were just all over him. They're just all over came in the defense played very well, and that's what we've said all year is that's going to define who our team is. Sure, it's going to be the defense. 100%. But now we find out that the guy that was Lotto pick 15, he's now injured.
Oh, okay.
So we got to find somebody else in the left guard position. Wow. So again, to go back to the point, it ties it back to what we were talking about earlier. Chemistry of your offensive line is huge when it comes to passing. If your line isn't doing well and you don't have chemistry, you're going to have a hard time passing. Now they switched to just shorter passes and things like that later in the game, and it seemed to be okay. But Ingram, he did very well. He caught a touchdown for the one
touchdown you had. Yeah, awesome.
Well,
I always liked Evan Ingram, so I'm glad he's doing well in Denver.
I agree with that.
So, I'm not happy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not happy with that game. It was one of the worst games I've ever. I was like, I got up at 7:30 in the morning for this.
I was saying, did you go to the Almost Home to watch it? Yes. Oh, you did. Okay.
I was at Almost Home. I was there at 8:30. I was there at 8:00 in the morning.
Oh man.
I
dedication.
And I actually went home Saturday to watch the Cubs game at home because I wanted to make sure I could get up in time. I was like,
right.
Sure, yes.
So I got doubly.
I was sitting in a hotel in Maryland.
Tina's not happy.
Tina's not happy. Just going, hey, my season's over. Now the Cubs lose. Right. So I was with you there, Tina. I was just sitting there going, well, I guess I'm not working at Wrigley anymore this year. Yay, we're done.
I mean, I'm not unhappy. Let me just put it that way.
Right.
They've got but it's week 6. I'm not throwing the bait. I mean, there are people on social media saying that Bo Nix should be replaced by Jason Stidham at this point. I'm like, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater,
Right.
people.
Let's not start that talk. I don't think Bo Nix needs to be replaced by Jason Stidham.
But I was wondering about Tyrod at the Jets. Like, has he played at all?
No,
I don't know. I mean, I was questioning why Sunday Cooper Rush got the start instead of Tyler Huntley in Baltimore. And then in the fourth quarter, all of a sudden, Tyler Huntley appeared, and I go to the guy next to me because I actually went to the Rams-Ravens game, too.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I know. That was cool.
I'm like, hey, buddy, why did it take so? Is he in trouble or something? Like, why did Harbaugh sit this guy for 3 quarters and then just decide, well, let's put him into the fourth quarter now and see what we can do? That's about 3 quarters too late, my friend, because Cooper Rush just looked bad. I know that Ravens had, some things, but you're like, you still had you still had Zay Flowers playing. You still had Derrick Henry, who ran really well that day. I mean, you still had Rashad Bateman. I mean, you had your oven. You still had Mark Andrews. Yeah. Why Tyler Huntley did not start that game, I will never understand. I don't care what you say to me. The fact that Cooper Rush started that game, I mean, that's another discussion. Maybe it's time for John Harbaugh to ride off into the sunset or something. I don't know. But that's a coaching decision, and I just thought it was a bad one. But that's all I have to say about that.
I only mentioned Tyrod because Tina's team played the Jets. And
right.
I know he's the backup for the Jets, so I was just wondering, are they going to try him out?
That's an Aaron Glenn call, right? That's an Aaron. And then they asked him about that in the press conference too, Aaron Glenn. About,
right, because they're like, are you going to try Tyrod?
Let them run out of time going into the half?
What kind of question is that? Well, one a reporter would ask, Aaron, what are you, moron? I'll be like, really? Why would you ask me that? I'll tell you why. Because you're a moron. Hey, moron.
They would have been all over him.
Sorry, Harbaugh hates sunsets. What is going on right now? All right, Andy.
He's just putting stuff up.
He's just having much. He's probably laughing by his microphone or holding his face or something.
I posted it in the chat, but I'm going to say it for Sean because I said it to him right now.
Oh,
Sauce and PS2 statistically tied. They both have 3 sacks and 2 passes deflected. Neither one of them shut anyone down.
There you go.
If I would say, if you're counting what happened, considering that Justin Fields had a negative 10 yards,
right,
I would say our secondary probably was a bit better.
There you go.
But it was statistical tie.
That's right. All right, folks. Well, that does it for Team Talk. We kind of combined the two with Game of the Week and Team Talk. We all got our thoughts in about our teams this week. And again, it's a miracle week when all 3 of us get a victory, or 3 of our teams get a victory. So we appreciate that. We're going to take another quick break and be back with our final segment. So don't go anywhere because, believe me, you never know what's going to happen on this show. So come right back. All right, that, of course, was an ad for the Roundtable Movie Podcast. For those of you who may not be aware, we talk a bunch of crap on this show before it actually goes on the air. And we talk about everything. And believe me, when I say everything, we talk about everything. And the genesis for the movie thing was born out of that. And so we gave it a shot, and we've done a few. I know I've been a little bit busy. I haven't been around as much. But again, you can check out the movie podcast. We will try to pick that up at some point. Our schedules are always all over the place. We got a teacher, a lawyer, a guy who does payroll, and a schmuck who works at the United Center now for the winter. So
stop it.
We're all busy. We all got stuff going on.
You have the best job.
Well, seriously.
That's nice to say, right? I enjoy what I do. Yes, 100%. Don't get me wrong. But in terms of importance of job, you guys really have, I'm just saying, like, teacher on the top of my list, lawyer, very important, payroll guy, you got to pay people. I'm just saying, like, payroll pretty, I get to supervise the section to tell people what to do.
You should get paid more than what I do.
I don't, I will. Then that's definitely another
Agreed.
topic for another time. I'm with you though. Teachers are vastly underpaid. I 100% agree, and that's a soapbox I would definitely die on as well.
I can vouch for that.
Right.
But anyway,
right, exactly. But again, it's great to be here with. Again, we are four very unique and different individuals, and we do enjoy coming together, talking about all kinds of things. And football is definitely one of them. So. Again, as always, we have our final segment, which is always one last question, one more question, however we want to phrase it. And of course, as we all know, Halloween is what? Today is the 15th. So we're about 16 days away from one of the greatest holidays ever, right? For most people, you get to dress up, you get some candy, you do the thing with the thing. It's a great time. So bring your teacher. Yeah, exactly.
We're having fun with banners tonight.
and nothing with a worm. Let's keep the worm out of that. This is not tequila. But
I was gonna say, unless it's a tequila apple.
Hey. I know a little bit about that. I am Mexican. No,
I do too.
You bet. Okay, so one final question this week is: what is
worm in the apple?
And right, Sean, of course, being with Kat all those years, you understand the teacher thing too. So yes, we definitely. If you haven't said it before, let's just say I'm just going to do it now. Definitely a big thank you to all the teachers out there who have to put up with a lot of different things during doing their job. A lot of time they put in extra time for no extra pay, and they give of themselves to these students. Again, I know I was a chucklehead in school, so the teachers, I made them earn their money with me. And they just asked my parents about that too, because they were called to the school a few times. So believe me, I have nothing but respect for teachers out there. So again, thank the teachers, thank all the teachers out there, and really much appreciation for me. You get my love and support always. I'm very fond of anybody who likes to educate people. And if we could advocate for more money for teachers, I always would, and I hope that somehow, in some way, that somehow gets evened out for them at some point. Because
not in today's climate.
Well, I know, but
anyway, that's our question.
That's right. Again, one more time. One final. Go ahead, Andy. Go ahead.
What I was going to say is that you guys know I'm from Georgia. I'm from Savannah, Georgia, originally, and I had a teacher, and she couldn't have been. She probably was barely over 5 feet tall. She was my high school English lit teacher my senior year, and of course. The prerequisite for I'm pretty sure most of us had to read Romeo and Juliet like freshman year, maybe sophomore year. But we started deep diving into other stuff and things like that. She really got me deep into the shortest version of this story that I can say is that it is because of a woman by the name of, and I can say her name. She's on social media. No, I'm not gonna say her name, but it is because of my senior. I don't want to do that. My senior English lit teacher, that a kid that grew up in a town of what was about 250 some odd thousand people at that time in the South loves Shakespeare. Where you gonna find a black man living in Oklahoma to read Shakespeare?
I don't know.
Black man that had the right teacher in high school.
There you go, at 100%. You should go find Esty Hidden. Doesn't she live in Tulsa somewhere? The lady who wrote The Outsiders or whatever. Find her. She'll get you some stuff there, Andy.
Okay.
Look for her. She's out there somewhere. But as you know, again, we said 16 days away is Halloween. And I know, believe me, we're all big kids still. If you look at the four of us, you can tell, right? But obviously, we all have some great Halloween memories. So let's get into that. Delilah, we'll start with you. What are some of what's one of your favorite or a favorite Halloween memories from the past?
I miss trick-or-treating, actually, especially, because I know, Andy, you grew up in the South. So trick-or-treating in the Midwest is crazy because we have to put our costumes over our coats.
Yes.
Right. Yes.
Or you don't know what your costume is except for like the mask.
Yes.
And the coat is over your costume.
So true.
We looked like the brother from A Christmas Story half the time.
Yeah.
It's just so, because we just don't know. Right? In the Midwest, we don't know what the weather will be. And so it was always interesting. But we still have so much fun. And I really do miss that part because They are, and I understand they are trick or treating less because they're doing more safe stuff like the trunk or treats, right? Stuff like that. And I understand why, but I miss that part because I loved, and again, the neighborhood's pretty much everybody decorated. Again, I understand why things change and why people can't decorate all the time. I get it, like the expense. You know what I mean? Like I understand that part. But there was just something about seeing all the Halloween decorations and going up to the door and like getting your candy. And because I grew up in the hood, I didn't have no fancy pails and stuff, right?
You have a pillowcase?
Yeah, something, right?
Like bags.
Jewel bag? Jewel bag or something? Yeah, jewel bag.
Well, we did pillowcases.
Yeah.
So it was
just like, let's fill up this like Aldi bag or this.
100%. Whatever you got. Just period.
But we would, I mean, we trick or treated like for hours, right?
Yeah. Oh, no,
like hours. We would like drive to different neighborhoods. We'd go to the neighborhood that we know gave the full chocolate bars,
full size candy bars, right?
Everybody knew, right? So you hit them up. So it was planned out. Like your parents be like, okay, we're gonna drive over here, start over here, and it was like a whole plan. It was like an event because you had to plan like around where you were gonna go, which streets you were gonna hit up, because everybody knew where the best candies were, and so like I do miss that part, like of dressing up and like going trick or treating like as a kid, and like it was fun. And as I got older, maybe some tricks were played.
Sure.
Also,
I got some stories
I do. Yeah, but I do miss that part.
No, for sure.
Those are like my favorite memories.
Free candy is a good thing. Come on. Handy, how about you, buddy? No, for sure. How about you, buddy? You have a favorite or favorites of the Halloween season?
Yeah. And I know the costumes now are like insane. People are doing TikTok videos on how to put costumes together and then cosplay and all that good stuff. But we're all of a certain age where we remember going to the grocery store to buy the Halloween costumes because they had a section, or the Kmart or wherever, and they had a costume that had a mouth that
breathe through.
Well, no, it had the mouth actually. It was separate from it. It was almost like how they draw the Canadians on South Park.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I thought that's the mask, right? You can't breathe through those.
Yeah, because you always had because it had that little slit. For those of you way too young to remember how
it would fog up your glasses. So
Thank you, Tina. Yes.
You gotta go like this.
Yeah. You take this piece of plastic. You take this piece of plastic, put it over your face. The eye holes were barely big enough because some people got eyes that are far apart, too close together.
Whatsoever.
And then there was a hole literally about that big that you had to breathe through.
Yes.
And it was a hot mess. But the costume had a jaw that it moved, and I said, I want that costume, and it was like $3 more, and at that time that was quite a bit of money for a Halloween costume.
Yeah.
But I had a fit about it, and I got it. And I walked around, and the kids like, no way, dude, did your costume, the face moves?
That's awesome.
It wasn't anything recognizable. It wasn't like Voltron or Ultraman or anything. It was just, I had a costume with a mouth that moved. And I think it was a robot of some sort, and I just walked around the whole time going beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop. And that was.
I love that.
That's funny. That's a good one.
I like that you were making the sounds. That's
awesome. I believe that. That's hilarious.
That's so good.
Hey, that's about as realistic as the sound as a robot sounded on Lost in Space and Star Trek back in the day. So
no, you're right. You're not wrong. That's for sure.
Oh, that was good.
All right, think about it. Here we go. You want some sound effects for Star Trek? Open the bay doors, Mr. Spock. Close the bay doors. I'm there. I got it.
That was actually very good. Yes, that is extremely. We know you're the man of 1,000 impersonations, and now apparently you're the sound guy too. So there you go.
I'm gonna give that little Korean dude a run for his money. That one Facebook page with the guy that opens up.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I got him. Let's go.
Already there.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Moving mandible on my Halloween costume
That's
45
awesome.
years ago.
That is a good one. Tina, how about you? Favorite Halloween memory?
Mine's an adult memory, but it cracks me up to this day. As we discussed last week on the thing, I said I don't generally like horror flicks.
Right.
So for me, I don't like haunted houses. Okay.
Okay.
So but I'll go to them, and I will literally bury my face in your back throughout the whole thing like this and go, get off me. Just like push it. I go through it. Now that's not the memory. So I went with my friend who loves haunted houses and her boyfriend. So I buried my head in the back of Colin's thing. It was at Six Flags, Fright Fest, all of that. The whole time we're walking through Fright Fest, she's trying to get the people to scare me, like come up behind me and scare me, because that's all she wants is to scare the shit out of me.
Right, for sure.
And I caught them every time. I would literally look around and be like, "Don't even think about it." Okay, so she could never get me. Her and Colin. That's all they wanted to do was get me. So at one point, we go to the bathroom. I was sitting on a park bench because I was not going through the haunted house with the guy with the chainsaw and everything that was next to the bathroom. They're like, we're going to go through. It was a smaller one. They went through it.
Yeah.
She's walking back from the bathroom. Now, I can see her coming from the bathroom.
All right.
And one of the guys with the chainsaw walks up behind her. And it's just following her all the way. And I'm like, don't move. Don't make a face. Don't ruin this. This is going to be the best thing ever. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. She gets like 5 feet away from me and he goes, and she jumps. I pissed my pants laughing.
No, I would have too, because that's one of the greatest things if you go to Fright Fest is seeing people get scared like that.
Yeah. I like haunted houses. They're fun.
Karma, bitch. Karma.
Why can't we just get in the running car?
Yeah. That one.
Those were funny.
Let's hide behind the chainsaws.
I don't know who made those commercials, but that was great.
And she's like, look at it. I'm just sitting there like.
Well, you
I'm
got
glad
her.
you were able to hold
Wanna
it together that
ruin
long
it.
to have that moment, right? You held it together, Tina. Very good. Very, very good.
That's my favorite Halloween.
That's a good one.
And it's a good one, though, right? That's absolutely hilarious. Like
Friends
I said,
who prank each other are good friends.
It's funny you mentioned Fright Fest, because I think that's, as far as, again, as a kid, like Delilah said, the trick-or-treating, I knew the mask thing because I was like Paul Stanley 3 years in a row, and it was the plastic bodysuit with the Paul Stanley mask. I couldn't breathe through that thing. Right? I was a big Kiss fan. So my childhood was a lot of that. I always had the plastic mask with the plastic bodysuit. We always bought those costumes, my parents.
Yeah.
So
well, because you could tell, at least you would know. You knew what your costume was.
Right, exactly.
Even if it was drawn on there.
Right. Yeah, you knew who it was. But as an adult, I actually worked Fright Fest 2 years. And so some of the best Halloween memories I had were being there, because the 1 year I actually was in a haunted house. I played essentially a guy who sat on the couch dead, because the story was my wife shot me in the chest because I never got off the couch because I always watched TV or whatever. So I had this big costume where it looked like my chest was blown out by a gunshot. I had my ghoul makeup on, and I was the very first thing you saw when you came in the haunted house.
That's cool.
So I got to have a lot of fun with everybody because, I couldn't touch anyone, but I'd stick my leg out and try to trip it, and people were like, oh my God, you're like, he moves. Because I would be just still, and then people would walk by me thinking maybe I was fake, and then I would lash out at them or whatever. So that's probably a great memory just because that was just fun to do.
That's awesome.
It's just one of those things where, Halloween is enjoyable, I think, for that reason. Whatever, just being able to just kind of dress up and have a little fun. And like I said, is the candy and the whole thing. And, it's a fun, whatever, however you feel about how it started, there's arguments about everything. But to me, just being able to it's kind of like being a kid again. It really is. Like you dress up again. I went to Tina's Halloween party last year, and it's like we're a bunch of people in our 40s and 50s just having a good time. Like, who cares? Like we still enjoy the spirit of Halloween. Like that's the whole point, right? Like we're all grown people, but you know what? We could have fun too, damn it. And
exactly.
that's the whole point of it. Like,
I
like I think just about everybody was dressed up. Everybody had a costume, and it's like, this is fantastic. Like this is the kind of thing, So yeah, I mean, it's a great holiday.
It's going to be a haunted house like thing at the party this year.
Oh, there you go. Ooh. See there you go. So
I've done some just for grins because y'all know me. My brain works different. I worked in a restaurant and they told us I was a server and they told us we could dress up for Halloween.
Okay.
And I seriously, I wore an American flag shirt and a pair of jeans, and I wrote "No Child" on the left pocket, the left back pocket of my pants.
No child left behind.
And that was the year that's the year that Senior was elected to office.
That's funny.
And then what is that supposed to be? I'm the president's educational initiative. It's like, I don't get
that's
it.
Good.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. And I think, yep. And I cut
that's a thinker. You had to make people think about your costume, right?
And had a little Freudian doll on it. So she was a Freudian slip.
Oh, there it is. See, there you go. That's what I'm saying. I do like people who are clever. There have been a few costumes I've seen over the years I've been like, and you are supposed to be what? Like you have to think about it for a minute to get it. So I kind of like those. That's fun.
One year we went as the Snapchat filters.
Really? That's funny.
Yeah, we all were filters, and our guy friend was the no filter, and we had like hashtags on.
That's funny.
So we were at one of these. We were at Elbow Room because they were doing their Halloween show and everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And like one person was like, "What are you?" And I'm like, "Hold on." And I got everybody together, and you put us together. They're like,
get it.
"Oh, I get it now. I get it."
Exactly.
Because I was like the unicorn. One person was the deer. She was oh dear.
Oh yeah, oh dear. There you go. Yes, I love it. I love it. All righty. Well, there you go, folks. Some favorite Halloween memories. I'm sure everybody out there has their own. But yeah, again, thank you again for tuning in. I was very happy to be back. We
were very happy to have you here.
Well, thank you. I don't want to teach it, but I don't know what next week brings yet, so we'll see. But again, the Roundtable is on every week. Rain, sleet, or snow, whoever's here does the show. So thank you guys for still tuning in and keeping us going and keeping watching. Again, for everybody in the comments, Ben, Sean, anybody else in comments, thank you so much.
Yeah, we got to give Nate some love, too.
So, yeah, Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. And again, have a great week. Somebody will see you next week. I'm not sure which combination of the four of us it'll be, but somebody will be here. So thanks again for watching. Everybody have a great week. And, we'll see you next time. For Delilah Crespo, Anthony Handy, and Tina Winter, I'm Nick Rosario. See ya. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.